of honor, the very honorable Austin to the microphone.
First of all, I just want to say that I'm Austin, and I want to thank everyone who made this day possible, and yada yada yada. But for those of you who don't know, I'm the man of honor, and the reason why we don't have a maid of honor is because, well, that's me, and I'm not a maid, I'm a guy. So we changed the name to man of honor, and not only is the man part true, but so is the honor part. So Kate, I just wanted to say that first, thank you so much for giving me this like responsibility and the honor, and I'm so proud, and I hope that I've been doing a good job so far. Woo! So, as being the man of honor, a little bit more about myself, please. As being the man of honor, I've had quite a few responsibilities. Like, I helped Kate go dress shopping. That was fab. I helped, what else? I met with the photographer. She's doing a great job, too. What else? I did a few other things. Oh, yeah, through the shower, through the bachelorette party. Yeah, that was nuts, huh? Wow. I don't even remember that. Anyway. I'm just kidding, it was frozen yogurt. No, but one of my biggest duties was kind of being the mediator between the bride and the mother of the bride. But all I'm gonna say with that is that if you don't know what it looks like when an iPhone gets 2 calls at the exact same time, it kind of just blows up, and you answer it, and you don't know what side you're getting. You're like, hello? And I talk to one, and then the other one calls me right back, and I talk to the other one, and I heard 2 completely different stories. God knows what actually happened, but somehow we found a compromise, and everyone was happy. Anyway, blah, 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 okay. Seriously though, enough about me now. This day is about Kate and DJ. So before I wish you a happy future, I'm going to talk about the past a little bit, okay? And now, for all of you who don't know, Kate likes the past. She's a history teacher, for God's sakes. She pretty much lives in the past. But instead of her coming up here and lecturing you about the past, I'm going to give you guys a brief history lesson about Kate and DJ, okay? And I'm going to do that through telling 2 really short stories about points in their relationship when I knew they were really right for each other, okay? Story number 1 goes when Kate did the outrageous thing of inviting DJ to come with us on a family vacation to Disney World. Now, you're probably all thinking like, oh, what's so like crazy about that? Like, you get to go on your family vacation, that's great. Well, Disney for the Began family isn't so much a vacation as it is like a military training camp. So, the reason I say that is because you better wake up at the crack of dawn, if not before. You better dress to the nines now. You better dress very fast, skip breakfast, because we are going to start running. We literally run to that first ferry at 6:45 a.m. We are kicking kids with Mickey Mouse ears on. DJ threw someone off the Splash Mountain at one point. No. So we better be first in line, or else you're going to see some trouble. So anyway, wasn't that so fun, DJ? No. He did famously. He kept up. He was there every beat. He was fine at every dinner, proper manners. It was fantastic. That's what I knew. I was like, he can roll with the punches. He can fit into this family. All right. So story number 2 came a little while ago when DJ had to go away to Ireland for work for 2 weeks. You know, right? And they hadn't spent that much time apart, so it was alright, they were doing alright. But Kate would call me often just because she was bored. But one night she called me and she was a little upset. She hadn't heard from DJ all day, and she was wondering, oh, God forbid something went wrong, I haven't heard from him, usually I've heard from him by now, and I'm saying, it's gonna be fine, yeah, that would be great. Not knowing what happened, DJ's in Ireland, for God's sakes. So anyway, she's talking to me, and a new worry would arise, and I would settle her down. Another one would come, and then settle her down. And then she gasps, and a phone number is calling her phone, and she doesn't know who it is. So she was like, oh, and hang up. And so she hangs up, and I'm waiting there patiently, oh, what's going on? What's going on? She calls me back a few minutes later in a voice that is significantly more chipper than it had been. Well, DJ just called, and his phone died, and his his boss invited him over for dinner, and so he asked his boss in Ireland if he could use his landline to call me in America just to tell me that everything was okay. So that's good. So well done, DJ. That was really cool. So, all right, enough about the past, and just like Kate's history lessons, you cannot change the past. Unless, of course, we do invent time travel, but that's a whole different story, and I'm not going to get into that right now. I could go on and on. So, anyway, I'm confident that you guys would want to change the past anyway, because so far, so good, am I right? Now on to the future, okay? So, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Unlike a wedding, with life you can't plan everything to the last minute, like mom's itinerary. 8:22. So my point is that life is unpredictable, and you just gotta roll with the punches, okay? And even though every day is gonna be different, I do know, and I'm confident to say that you guys are at least gonna have one constant every day, and that is each other. Yeah. So Kate, every mysterious day is gonna at least have DJ in it, and DJ, every wacky adventure is always gonna have Kate by your side. So that's pretty cool, I think. So guys, I want you to go together and tackle all the could-be's and the what-ifs and the unknowns, and just do it together and do it famously. And I'm sure that you guys will both have each other as constant companions throughout everything. Okay? So we've covered the past and we've covered the future, but we really, on a glorious day like today, need to really focus on the present. Am I right? So that's what I suggest for you two guys. Just live in the present. And, worrying about the past is lame. And worrying about the future, it's going to happen one way or another. So just make sure you don't miss what's happening right now. Because what's happening right now is true love. And now for the cheesy part of this speech. True love to me is finding a best friend. And it's someone who is proud to stand by your side. Someone who, when you're with each other, doesn't want to be anywhere else. Or you don't care what you do as long as you're together. And I think that true love is really the point of this silly life we all live. I think that you guys have made the best decision to work together as a team, to build the lives that you can together, and you can tell stories of your past or worry about your future, but you can share the present. And so, there's the past and the present and the future, but in the end, I think that your love is timeless. So there is no future to worry about, there is no past, there's only now. And I think that you should get lost in it, and just for every moment, not even for one insignificant little second, forget what you have. And please just, remember that you have that true love forever. Anyway, to Kate and DJ.
Great, Austin. I'm going to give you the spread. You can give it a toast to everyone we do.